Hi, I'm Chris Luck, founder of Alphapreneur.com, the social network for entrepreneurs. And in today's video, I'm going to share with you how to design a logo in Canva. And this is going to be a pro tutorial for beginners. And it doesn't matter if you already have a logo that you just kind of want to freshen up, if you want to create a new logo from scratch, or maybe you're just like me and you geek out on design and you really want to find out some like cool new tools and resources and things like that. I'm going to share a lot of really interesting things with you. This isn't just like a typical like 9-minute YouTube video about how to use the logo feature in Canva. There's a lot of fun stuff I'm going to be sharing with you. And then I just want to give a big shout out to everybody that is here, that is actually here live, because I do these live streams every day of the week. And these live streams are designed to help entrepreneurs start a business and grow a business, especially through these uncertain times. So if you like this live stream at all, one thing that I want to ask is that just go ahead and subscribe to our channel so that way you don't miss out on any of these live streams, because we have a lot of fun here. And you can see in the chat, we have a really great community. And if everyone in the chat can just say hi and where you're from, that way everybody can see everyone. And then just also we just kind of get a little tally as to where everybody's from. So for today's agenda, what I'm going to do for you is show you why you should use Canva for logo design, which is really important. I'm going to share with you my secret sources for logo inspiration. And this is one of the things where it's really important to stick around, even though you might not need a logo, or you just want to maybe freshen up a logo, or you're just always like me and you like to geek out on new sources and things like that. I'm going to share some really fun things with you. And then we're going to get into live Q&A. So that's why it's important if you show up to these live streams every day of the week live, then you have a chance to be in the live Q&A. So I just want to take a look. Oh, and we're also going to do a winner announcement for a free prize at the end of this, which I always like to do at the I always like to do at the end of all these live streams. So I just want to, give a big shout out to everybody that is in here. We've got a lot of people coming in from all over the world. We have Sue from Coronado, California. We have Mike Miller from Round Rock, Texas. We have Lauren from beautiful Columbus, Georgia. We have Magnus all the way over from Sweden. We have Thomas from Dallas, Texas. We have I think it's pronounced Gel. Let me know how I can pronounce your name, because there's some names in here I mix up. But from Norway, that's just a beautiful place. So hopefully I made up for that. And David Stafford Jones from sunny Barbados. We have Marvin from Alabama, and Magnus says my logo is built in Canva. So that's awesome. So let's just go ahead and just get into to today's to training, because that's why we're all here. And we also have a deal from Paris. So, all right. So what we're going to do is I'm going to walk you through why you should use Canva for logo design. So if you are not already familiar with Canva, Canva is an unbelievable platform that you can use for free that gives you the ability to pretty much have everything you can possibly imagine in terms of graphic design at your fingertips, and in a beautiful interface that's way easier to use than something like Photoshop or some of these other platforms that are just that are expensive, they're bloated, they're trying to serve everybody. And Canva just strips out all of that and makes it really easy for you to do things, especially design logos. So what I want to do for you is just first off show you where to get to where you can actually design logos in Canva, because most people, what they do is they will come here and then hit create design and then put in some custom dimensions of a logo, because they might think maybe they're trying to upload a logo to a new platform like Shopify or something like that. And they're like, your logo needs to be 500 pixels by 500 pixels. So they come in here and they're like, okay, I'm going to create a design and do 500 pixels by 500 pixels. But when you do that, you're not starting with a template. You're going to be staring at a white screen thinking, what do I design? What do I want to look like? And then you end up giving up, and then you try to go hire a designer. So I want you to get over that fear, and I want to show you where you go in Canva. It's super simple. All you have to do is go to the templates section, and from templates, I'm just going to show you how you can find it by clicking around, but then I'm going to show you a really quick way to get to it as well. So you come to templates and you can scroll down, and the reason I'm showing you the long road, I'm showing you the what's it called? Instead of taking a shortcut, you're taking the scenic route. I'm showing you the scenic route in Canva because I want you to see all of the other amazing things that you can do with graphic design in Canva. So, I mean, it's unbelievable all the different stuff that they have available that is template based, because a lot of people, they don't think, they don't realize that Canva has all these templates. Whereas if you were to try to do Photoshop or something else, there's you don't get templates like this. You have to buy templates. So what we can do is taking the scenic route. You click on templates, and then you come down, and then you can see all of the logos here. So what you can do is from here you click on See All on the right hand side, and then now you are to the logo templates section within Canva. Now that's the scenic route. Now if you want the shortcut, when you just go back to the homepage on Canva, you just type in logo, and then you're going to find all the logos that are here as well. So it's no different than taking the scenic route. It's just laid out a little differently. Now, if you take the shortcut, you're just going to see what you typed in. But if you went with the scenic route, then you're going to see it's going to take you to the section on Canva that is called logo templates. And then here you can actually you can narrow it down by looking at very specific templates. So you can look at education, you could look at sports, you could look at restaurant. So if you're in a very specific industry, or you got a client you might be trying to do some logo design work for, let's say in the restaurant space, you can click on restaurant and you can get an idea of a lot of logos that are restaurant related. So that is that's the beauty of Canva, is being able to start with a logo. And just to continue showing you the Canva interface, if you're not super familiar, or maybe you are familiar but you just want a refresher, or you want to see how I do things, I just want to show you the beauty of it. So let's say this Heavenly Patties, maybe you like the idea of how there's like a logo at the top and then there's just some text. So you could click on that, and then you can say use this template, and then it's going to take you into Canva where you then have a template. I'm going to close that sidebar, and then you can see here you've got a template that you can now work with. So what's really simple with Canva is that you can simply just click on text. You can change the colors. If you want to change Heavenly Patties to maybe a blue, and then if you want to play around with the font, you don't have to install any other fonts. You don't have to go on the internet and buy fonts. You don't have to search for fonts. You can just come in here and then type in, or just look for all the fonts that they have. And you can even get creative. And let's say you want something that's handwritten, you could maybe type in handwriting. And then you're going to find all of the fonts that are like handwritten, like brush type fonts, which again, you would normally have to spend a lot of money to be able to buy some of these premium fonts. But Canva has some type of deal with a lot of these places that sell fonts, and they're called like font foundries, that they just pull in all the fonts for you. So everything is just here, and you can really have a lot of fun with it. And if you want to, let's say you don't like this hamburger logo because you don't sell hamburgers, that's fine. You can just click on it and then hit delete, and then the logo's gone. And if you want to add, some kind of new, let's say icon or design, well, then what you could do is come into, on the left-hand side here, there's elements. You can click on elements, and maybe you sell, I don't know, maybe you sell sandwiches. So you could type in sandwich, and then here's all these different sandwiches. So then you could, pop in a little sandwich. And then if you want, you could even make that, you click on the color of that, and then you can, since you already chose the blue for your text, you could click on the blue, and then there you go. So, I mean, it's super, super easy to, which actually that looks pretty good. Heavenly Patties, and that's actually making me very hungry for a sandwich right now. So, and then since it's, maybe you don't want this burger joint down here, you click on it and you just hit delete, and there you go. You got a simple logo. Now, I know this is like logo 101. I'm going to show you some super advanced stuff here in a second, but I wanted to start off by just showing you the basics so you can understand the basics of Canva, because the Canva interface is so simple. A lot of people overlook Canva because they think it's almost like for beginners, which it is great for beginners, but I consider myself a little more advanced when it comes to graphic design because I've been doing it for 21 years. So I personally love Canva and stopped using Photoshop and all these Illustrator and all these other things because Canva just makes it so fun. It's not so just simple, but it's so fun to use. And that's what's important, is that it's fun to use. Michelle that's in the chat here says, cute. Like the handwriting styles. I did not know that. So yeah, that's yeah, the handwriting tool is incredible. And David says another $1 million masterclass. David, we haven't even started yet. What I like to do with with these live streams that I do on the Alphapreneur YouTube channel is I start by showing everybody the basics and let them see just the basics and the fundamentals. And then we're just going to slowly keep going deeper and deeper and deeper into the surface and really making this really just a standout class. Because I believe all information should be free. You should not have to spend money on a course or a class or a program or anything like that when you're trying to learn how to do something. Leave that to the colleges and all that. I much rather just teach for free, give you everything you need to know, and then let you go on about your way. So what we're going to do now that you know the basics is another kind of a fun thing to do with Canva. There's not too much I want to show you with the interface because there's way more I want to show you in this live stream that's going to blow your mind, that's going to help you with your logo design. So before I jump over to that though, I want to show you in Canva, there is on the left-hand side, most people don't use this. It's a folders feature. So when you're doing a lot of, once you start using Canva, you're going to probably get addicted to it, because I did, and just about everybody I know that uses Canva gets addicted to it. So you want to start off by creating folders, and then the folders, you can keep things organized. So if I click on folders, you can see, you know, I just have a couple because I created a new Pinterest account, or a new Pinterest account. I created a new Canva account a few days ago because I'm making this whole week this week on just doing a live stream showing you how to use Canva in a lot of really clever ways, about especially for beginners, like how to use Canva for beginners. So I've created a new account, so that's why you don't see a lot of folders here. But yesterday I did or a couple days ago, I actually did a whole training about Pinterest pins, and I showed people you want to make sure you create a folder so then you can put all your pins in one place, so it's easy to come and take a look at your pins. So another thing that you want to do is for folders, you could create a new folder and just name it logos. And then that way, any logo that you play around with and you create, or let's say you have clients and all that, you don't have to create folders on your computer or in Dropbox or on Google Drive. You can create all your photos or logos and keep all your designs in one neat place in Canva, and you can actually share links for people that are outside of Canva to be able to look at your stuff within Canva. So that's really, really important to be able to do. And then another, so that's really why you should use Canva for logo design. I just really kind of covered the basics very quickly. And then most videos and tutorials that are on YouTube just stop here. Like they say, okay, that's it. You now know logo design, go have fun on Canva. But we're just getting started, because now that you know the basics of logo design, I want to get into really sharing secret sources for logo inspiration, because logo inspiration is key whenever you're doing, or really any design inspiration is key whenever you're doing design work. Because if you're looking at what other successful designers have done, and it's going to give you ideas on not just overall look and layout, but it's going to give you ideas of the font, the typography being used, the sizing, the colors, the brush strokes, all of that stuff. So I'm just going to dive into secret sources and just show you some really cool secret sources that will help you with how to design a logo in Canva. So the first secret source that I have is a place called, it's called Graphic River. You can go to graphicriver.net, and then on graphicriver.net, once you come here, all you have to do is up here at the top, there is a drop down called logos. And what's really fun is you can click on popular logos, and you're going to see 2020's best-selling logo templates, and this is updated weekly. So you're going to see these are logos that people have actually created and they're selling on the marketplace on Graphic River, and you can see the ones that are the best-selling, and then you can kind of see how they're laid out and their designs and all of that. So I always come to Graphic River for logo design. And looking at the best selling is one thing, but another thing that you can do is actually when you're in the logo section, so we're just in the logo template section. So what I did was in Graphic River, I went to graphics and then logos and clicked on just the name logos. And then that puts you in the logo templates category on Graphic River. Once you're in this category, you can see there's 59,400 logo templates in this category. So what you can do from here, let's say you're wanting to do a nature logo. So you might want to type in nature. And from nature, you're going to see in the logo template category with the tag nature, there's going to be 8,974 logos that are here that you can buy. Now, I'm not telling you to buy these logos, because you now have the ability with Canva to be able to design your own logo from scratch. So you want to come here and just get inspiration. So you might not have thought to do a nature logo with maybe palm trees and a blue sky in the background. So if you want to do a logo with palm trees and you see this logo and you're like, man, that's a really cool idea. Maybe for whatever it is that you're doing with a nature logo, maybe you want to do palm trees, or you might want to play around with your logo. So then you would simply go back to, you want to go back to your design. So let's go to my designs. So instead of Heavenly Patties, let's again say this was, some kind of nature logo. So I'll just put nature logo. And then maybe you want, instead of a sandwich, you probably want something else. So you would click on elements, and then from here you would maybe type in palm tree. And then you're gonna see all these palm trees. And then you can just click on a palm tree and drag a palm tree in here. And again, you can play around with your color palettes, that whenever you choose certain colors and put in, you can even put in a hex code if you have a specific color maybe you're doing working with you're working with a client, and a client has a very specific hex code that they use. You can put in the hex code to get the exact color. You can play around with their color slider, but this is how you would just bring in palm trees if you want. And you don't have to go out there and buy clip art or anything like that. Now, keep in mind, when you look at some of these premium things that are on Canva, not all clip art images are free. You might have to upgrade to the pro version of Canva, which it's like 10 or 12 bucks a month. I mean, it's super cheap. Just instead of having 2 more beers this month or 2 more Starbucks or espressos or whatever, then just get a Canva subscription so you have all access to everything. So what I do at Graphic River, again, I come here and then I just spend some time and make a coffee or have some tea, and then just go through here and really get some inspiration on these logos. And that's Graphic River. Now, another great place to go, again, I wanted to show you, again, back to today's agenda, I want to show you my secret sources, not secret source for logo design or inspiration, but secret sources. So Graphic River is, again, just the tip of the iceberg. The next one you can go to is called Creative Market. So Creative Market is creativemarket.com is where you would go. And same thing here. Now, they don't have as many logo templates per se as you would see on Graphic River, but they do have some, and they're different designers. So if you're really trying to, especially if you're doing logo design for a client and you're really trying to impress and come up with something incredible, you might as well use all of these secret sources that you possibly can. And it looks like Sue in the chat said that it's $12.95 a month for Pro. So they are always changing the pricing, I've seen the pricing different at times. And then if you pay for annual access for the whole year, it comes out like below $10 a month. So it really comes down to, how serious do you want to take your graphic design? So when you come to Creative Market, then here you can simply type in something like logo, or let's type in nature logo, because we're on the nature subject. And then from here, you're going to see there will be logos, but there's going to be a mix of other things, because something that people do on Creative Market is they create what they call like kits. And on kits, they might sell a package of like hand-drawn designs. So instead of selling like one logo, you can see like this one right here. You're going to see like botanical hand-drawn designs and logos, but this is going to give you some incredible ideas of what you can do. Like this packet right here for $24 is 245 hand-drawn floral designs. So if you're a professional designer and maybe you have clients and you're wanting to make money like designing logos for people, you might want to come here. If you buy this, then you have 245 hand-drawn floral designs that you can then import into Canva, which is another incredible feature in Canva, is that you could buy these assets on, let's say, Creative Market, and then import them into Canva and build your own little private library of stuff that nobody else has access to. So here you're going to get, again, with Creative Market, you're going to get different designers. And with different designers, I found that on Creative Market, the designers are much more, they spend much more time and effort into their designs. So when you look at logo designs for anything on Creative Market, it's going to be probably a lot more intense than what you're going to see on Graphic River. Graphic River is more basic designs, which is fine. A lot of people like basic, and most companies are going to more of a minimalist approach now. But if you do want something that's a little more creative, like here, they're putting mountains, and then below mountains, there's trees. That might be something that you could go back to Canva and look for ideas from, on having mountains and trees, like, combined in one logo, and then have it with a geometric shape. Or again, you could just, if you want, depending on how serious you take this, you could buy this logo, import it into Canva, and then tweak it and tweak the colors and, slice and dice and do all the things that you want to do to the logo. So that is secret source number 2. So secret source number 1 was Graphic River. Secret source number 2 was Creative Market. Now, secret source number 3, and I see Telly says, yes, indeed, I'm keeping a notepad called Chris's Secret Sources. Yeah, and I mean, that's the thing on these live streams that I do, which again, if you are not yet subscribed, you want to subscribe to our channel, because I'm always dropping secret sources and things that I do that complement what it is that I'm training and teaching you, because on YouTube, you can find all kinds of other tutorials on how to design logos in Canva. But the thing is that they're so vanilla, and they're so like, do this, do this, do this, and have a great day. But for me, I like to, instead of just doing those type of trainings, I like to go live and teach live, because I have a live audience right now as I'm doing this, that I can then share all kinds of really cool stuff. And then the audience is everyone that's here live can let me know in the live chat, things that they might want to see, or what they like or what they don't like. And again, if you subscribe to the channel, then you'll always be able to come back and attend live and have some fun with us together. So that was secret source number 2, was creative market. Secret source number 3. Now these are by the way, these sources are getting better and better and better by design. The first source I showed you, I discovered like 15 years ago. That was Graphic River. Creative Market is like a step up from Graphic River. Now a step up from Creative Market is a place called Dribbble. It's spelled D-R-I-B-B-B-L-E. It's a interesting name, but it's Dribbble, D-R-I-B-B-B-L-E. And on Dribbble, now you can't buy designs on Dribbble, but what you can do is that Dribbble is where people go to be able to, is where you can actually, I'm just pulling off I realized I left a comment up on the screen, so I apologize. So Dribbble is a place where you can go to look at a portfolio of every really amazing designers that do stuff by hand. They put it up on Dribbble as like their portfolio to show off to people and hopefully find new clients and all of that. So what you can do on Dribbble is the same thing. From here, you would type in nature logo. And then you're going to find really, really like unbelievable things on Dribbble that you're not going to find anywhere else, because it's not for sale. So you're just going to find a lot of artists that are doing stuff by hand. But what I like to do at Dribbble is I like to look at, because I know I probably can't recreate some of these in Canva. It's just going to be way too hard to do. But let's say for this one, you can blow up that logo and take a look at it. And then you might not have ever thought to put these colors together, like this color palette that they have here. So you can take a look at this, and then you could use like a dropper tool. I know if you're using Google Chrome, that there are extensions you can use in Chrome where it'll then put a little like an eyedropper, and you can move it over like these colors, and it'll tell you the hex code of those colors. So I like to use Dribbble to get an idea of layout, of the fonts they're using, and the colors. Excuse me. So that's Dribbble. And again, it's just beautiful. Like sometimes whenever I'm just kind of taking a break from reality, or taking a break from just from work, is I will come here and just binge looking at things on Dribbble, because it really opens up my mind to creativity on the things that you can do. And Sue in the live chat said Colorzilla. So yeah, let me just show you that. And that is not the one I use, but I'm going to take a look at it since you mentioned it. And this is why I like to do these trainings live, because even a lot of individuals in the chat like Sue will bring their ideas and their secret sources to this training, which will then just help everybody out. So it looks like Colorzilla is an amazing thing that you can use for Chrome and Firefox. So it's an eyedropper tool that will give you analysis of colors, and it'll probably even give you palettes and all that kind of stuff. So Colorzilla, thank you, Sue, for adding that secret source to the secret sources that I've got going on. So I really do appreciate that. So yeah, Dribbble is an unbelievable resource for coming up with logo design and just any design in general. And I'll just go ahead and leave it there for Dribbble, because I got way more to show you. So the next thing that I want to show you that is great for doing logo design, especially when you're trying to, think about ideas of how can you create a logo or design a logo in Canva, that I like to go to. Now this is kind of getting a little out there on the edges of, outside of where people go to look for logo design. But there is this source out there that I use for a lot of things called Brand Bucket. So it's B-R-A-N-D Bucket, B-U-C-K-E-T. Now, Brand Bucket is a place where people sell domain names. Now, we're not buying a domain name, obviously. That's not what this tutorial is about. But what I'm going to do is show you, if you can search for names that are really good, like expensive domain names that have a root word, like nature, for instance. So again, if we're trying to come up with nature logos, you could just type in nature and search for business names. And then you're going to get all of these logos. There's 3,196 domain names with the word nature in them that's available for sale that come with logos already. So what's really cool about this is, again, we're not going to be buying a logo, but if you can get some really interesting simple, minimal. I've noticed a lot of the designs that are on Brand Bucket are very minimal. But if you're doing logo design for a client, or maybe you're wanting to make a whole business out of making money designing logos for people, I want to give you all of the sources possible so you can be able to go out there and really just have a lot of fun coming up with just good color palettes, making sure you're coming up with good fonts, and then just beautiful, beautiful logos. So the logos here are very professional as well, because on Brand Bucket, people are trying to sell domain names that are thousands and thousands of dollars. So they spend a lot of money to have really nice logos made to show off their domain name, because the logos, a lot of people will buy domains off here just because the logo really says what the brand could be. So you can, instead of just someone that's a designer just sitting at home in their basement, it could be a kid in their mom's basement, designing a logo and throwing it up on Graphic River or Creative Market. Logos that you're going to find here are logos that are actually used for professional purposes to sell a domain name. So that is a really cool resource, is Brand Bucket. I love Brand Bucket, and I bought a lot of domain names actually off of Brand Bucket because I was binging on just looking at fun things and opening my mind to ideas, and I'd come across a name and be like, ooh, I like that. And then I probably spent $20,000 buying domain names off of Brand Bucket specifically because I'd come across a name and be like, oh, I could do a business around that, and I end up never doing it. But I've got all these domain names that I could that'll be good someday. So that's Brand Bucket, and then there's two more secret sources that I want to share with you. This one is out of everything that I've shared with you. This is the one I go to the most on all things graphic design and on all things branding. It's called Behance.net. And this is actually owned by Adobe now. Adobe acquired it not too long ago. And this is where like the creme de la creme designers go and then upload their designs in their portfolios to try to, again, get clients and then just show off their work. And again, it's owned by Adobe. So what you can do with Behance.net, again, same thing. When you go to these places, you can just go ahead and browse and just look around and do what I do and waste hours on these places just being inspired. But what you can do is, again, if you want to do a nature logo, you would type in nature logo, just like you would on everything else. And not only are you going to see logo designs, but you're going to see even like ways that the logo can be used. So let's say if you're doing logo designs for a client, which that's the last secret source I'm going to share with you in a second here, is how you can make a whole bunch of money doing logo design using Canva and just make a bunch of money doing it. So that's like a surprise. I could have made a whole training and tutorial on YouTube about how to make money selling logos, but I didn't. I wanted to save that for just for all of you that are watching this video to the end. It's like a super secret source that not a source, but a whole business model that I just want to share with you for fun. But what you can do here is on Behance, you can see how they're using logos in environments, because then you can use the same idea when you're doing logo design for somebody and you're trying to stand out from everybody else and you're trying to get someone to want to buy your logo and not somebody else's logo that you design. You can really put your logo on really cool settings. So Behance is incredible for doing that. And by the way, this is going way off agenda, but I know that some of you that are here live, you like it whenever I do kind of go off agenda from time to time. So let's say you want to have your logo. Let's say you're doing logo design for somebody. Actually, let me do a little survey in the chat. For those of you that are here live, would you ever create logos? Would you ever try to want to make some extra money on the side doing logo design for people and clients? Like, would you just yes or no? And I'm just curious, like, how many of you actually care about this stuff, and then how many of you don't, because that's going to determine how the rest of this live stream is actually going to go. Oh wow. So okay, so yeah, we have a yes immediately. Ronald says yes. So we do have Gina says yes, and sounds like an option indeed from Michelle. David says yes. We have a lot of you that said yeah, you would actually like to make some money doing logo design. So you know what? Let me just I'm not going to shift, because really you came and to watch this tutorial, this live stream today, to learn how to design a logo in Canva. But let's have a lot of fun here, and then let me just show you how you can make a bunch of money, like creating logos now that you know how to do it. creating logos and really standing out. And then, yeah, because everyone could use some extra money. And I find that doing logo design and doing just any graphic design in general really opens up your mind and just your ability to think differently. And the more that you can open up your mind and be creative, the more fun or the more opportunities that can really come your way, and the more fun you can have. So and Larry says, I thought about it, but no training. So you know what? I'm going to give you a training right now. So imagine, okay, well, I'm trying to think, because now I have to like adjust how the rest of this live stream is going to go. So let me think about how I'm going to adjust that. Okay, I got it. I know how I'm going to adjust it now. All right, so we're going to come back to this. We're going to come back to Behance. So what I'm going to show you now is there is a place you can go to called Fiverr. And you can go to Fiverr not as a buyer, but you could go to Fiverr as a seller. And you can basically create projects on Fiverr to sell things, right? So I'm not going to do a whole tutorial about how to create a project on Fiverr. If there's enough demand for it, then I will create a tutorial about how to sell logos on Fiverr or something like that, and then I'll make that a separate live stream. But for now, I'm just going to show you like the basics. So to show you how lucrative this business could be, you could go to logo design, and there's 132,386 services available for logo design. Don't let that fool you. Don't let that scare you away. When there's a lot of services available for something, that means there's a lot of demand. And when there's a lot of competition, that is where you want to be, because where there's more competition, that means there's more buyers. Where there's more buyers, that's going to put more money in your bank account. And what you do as an alphapreneur, which is why we're all here, is because we are alphapreneurs. We are going to be in the top 1%. I'm going to give you all the tools, all the tips, all the tricks, everything you need to hit my secret sources to be able to crush all these 132,000 services. So to show you just the lucrativeness, if that's a word. So lucrativeness, what you could do is you could do budget, and let's say we'll start at $100, right? So these are services available on Fiverr for $100. Now, if we just kind of scroll down here and you know what, we'll even take a look at seller details. We can look at top sellers because we want to see like the 1%ers on Fiverr, like how are they doing? So if you come down here like this Sky Designer, so let's just go ahead and open him up for a second. So Sky Designer has over 1,000 reviews, and his logos were averaging, $40, $20. That's not exciting. I'd rather do something that'd be a little more than that. So let's come down and see if we can find somebody else, because a lot of these people, they're starting their logos out at like $100. So, which is where we would want to be to do some logo design. So I'm just looking here. It looks like, okay, this one, all of his logo designs are usually over like $100, like starting at like $120. And he has over 1,000 reviews. So if you figure you take 1,000 reviews, and granted, not everyone has to leave a review whenever they finish a gig. So you could do 1,000, let's say, we're just figuring out how much this guy makes. So 1,000 reviews times, let's say $120 a logo is about 120 grand off of doing what I just am showing you right now how to do. Like, I'm teaching you the skill on how to do logo design, and then it's up to you to, go out there and make money with it. So we're just kind of having fun here on this live stream, because I wasn't planning on sharing all this stuff with you, but if there's enough demand for it, then I'll create a whole live stream in and of itself of how to like get in and like crush Fiverr doing logo design work. So anyway, now that you understand, well, I just want this is like your assignment. If you want to get out there and make money doing logos, go out there and go to the logo design section on Fiverr, and you can sort by budget, put in at least $100, and then seller details. I like to choose top rated sellers. Look for the sellers that have over 1,000 reviews. So when they have over 1,000 reviews, they are making some serious money doing this. So you can see some of them only have like 3 reviews. Well, we want to ignore the 3 review one. We want to look at the ones that have 1,000 reviews. And then there's a good, decent handful of them. And then what we're going to do is look and see what their portfolios look like, because the whole idea is when you want to get into doing any type of business, whatever your business may be, you want to look at your competitors and see what not just your competitors, what are like the top 1% in your industry that are doing what you want to do? What are they doing that is all either similar and how are they so different than everybody else that is giving them all the work? So I like to open up, when I'm looking at things on Fiverr, look at all of the people that have over 1,000 reviews, open them up in new tabs and see like how many different, what are the prices that they're selling their logos for? Do they put their logo on backdrops and backgrounds like this one right here? He says, I will design a flat minimalist logo. We were just talking about minimalist logos. So if you click on here, they have this whole background area that you see here where the logo is sitting on top of a book. This is called a mock-up. And I'm going to show you something that'll blow your mind here in a second. So this mock-up, so they're basically have these logos that they made, but they put a mock-up on all of these books. Now I'm already looking, they have 231 reviews. I said make sure you do at least 1,000, but we're on this person's profile, so we'll just kind of keep going with it. So you can see they basically have this mock-up where it's a logo sitting on a book, and then these logos, look how basic these logos are. You could make these in like less than 5 minutes on Canva. So what you can do is, let's say you want to get into the logo making industry and then make a lot of money. Let's say you want to make over 100 grand a year designing logos and selling them to people. Well, you need a pretty cool portfolio. That's step one. And then so to have a pretty cool portfolio, you need to come up with some logos that are unique. And I would even look at, because all the logos that this person is using, these designs are what is telling me as a consumer to consider hiring them as a designer. So look at like, what are their logos about? Like this one is about rooster. This logo is like rooster. This logo is cat, summit. This logo is guru. So they're using almost like characters for their logos and their portfolio. So when you want to put together a portfolio of ideas of what you can do to sell logos, then you might want to go with some type of characters. Now they don't all have characters, but her first couple did. And also they're using this mock-up. Well, if you can't actually, you know what? I don't know if you can do mock-ups in Canva. Let me go take a look, because that's actually something that I have not tried to do. So let's go take it into Canva. I'm just going to type in mock-up, and I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of the mock-up templates that are in Canva, but let me show you another secret source. Again, this is why people come to these live streams, because I like to just share all kinds of random stuff, and then these are just golden nuggets that you can take away and just apply to whatever it is that you are doing. Maybe some of these will be, gold for you, and some of these might not, but we're having fun here. Hopefully we're having fun here. I saw the chat kind of died down, so maybe you're all taking notes. So what we're going to do is I want to show you an amazing place you can go to for coming up with mockups. So we'll do placeit.net. Now this placeit.net is unbelievable. So here, let me, I'm actually going to pull this off my screen because I'm going to log in for a second, and I don't know if it's going to show my login and password, and it did not. So, okay, I'm logged in. So I have a Placeit account. And what you can do is you can actually look for, you can look at mockups. So let's take a look at a MacBook mockup. So what you can do is, if you're doing logo design and you want to have a really amazing portfolio, and we were looking at that one person's portfolio that is, where was it? This one. So it's just like it's a logo sitting on books. That's okay. But why not put a logo like on a computer? So what you would do here is that you can choose a mock-up, like a design that you like, where you might want to put like your logo on. And then you could click on this, and you could have your portfolio where like one portfolio could be this design right here. And all you would do is hit add graphic. You upload your logo that you made in Canva, and it'll drop it right here on this computer screen. Then you download this image. And when you download this image, then you can use that for your portfolio for whenever you're putting up logos and stuff on Fiverr. So, and then it looks like we have somebody new here that just came in from India. So Ajit, thank you so much for being here. David says Placeit is really nice. Yeah, so Placeit, again, I could do a whole nother live stream on this, but I'm not. I'm not going to talk all about Placeit right now. I might do another live stream just on Placeit. But Placeit, there's pretty much any mock-up that you would ever want to put a logo on, you could. You might even be able to do signage display. And yeah, so you could even, for your portfolio, can you imagine if you had a portfolio on Fiverr and then you had like one of your logos, it looked like it's like on a banner on the side of a building in New York City and Manhattan? I mean, that's insane that like being able to take a logo and putting it on something like this. And again, it's as easy as just uploading a graphic and then your logo's there on a banner. So you can do that and then use that for your portfolio whenever you're doing stuff on Fiverr or wherever. And then people are going to look at that. And even though you just mocked it up, it's mentally and like subconsciously making them think that your logo is like the best because it's on the side of a building. Now, I mean, we're getting into like crazy talk here, but I mean, you get the idea. You can make your logo look like it's on billboards. You can make it look like it's on signage banners. You can make it look like it's on the side of a really nice like bank looking building. I mean, it's unbelievable the things that you can do to really stand out on Fiverr. And yeah, Fator said it right. Great idea to stand out on Fiverr. So yeah, that was kind of a way off the beaten path of what I was going to do today. Because today I just want to show you how to design a logo in Canva, and we covered that in like the first 7 minutes because it's so easy. But then I wanted to share all these other sources and secrets with you. And if you actually enjoy this kind of stuff and you just love like me, you can clearly tell, like I love to geek out on this kind of stuff, then you would be a perfect member for Alphapreneur. So if you're not familiar, Alphapreneur is a private social network for entrepreneurs. And what you can do is there is a new section we just added in Alphapreneur called groups. Now, if you've never been in Alphapreneur before, imagine it like Facebook, but it's private. And inside of this, there's no ads, there's no spam, there's no negativity. Just about everybody you see here in the live chat on YouTube are members of Alphapreneur. And if you're a member of Alphapreneur, by the way, just say member in the live chat. So that way I can pull you up on screen and just give you a big shout out and thanks for being a member. So there's a section, a brand new group that I just created called Design. So if you want to geek out on this kind of stuff, you can go into this design group. And again, it's very similar to like a Facebook, but it's specific to just entrepreneurs only. And then we talk about all things design. And then I upload, the videos that I do that on YouTube, they're all in here. Somebody put together. This is a neat idea, taking the Alphapreneur logo and actually putting it on a t-shirt to look like Superman. I actually might make a Halloween costume like that. That's a good idea. So I'm actually going to take a lot of the resources that I'm talking about now. I'm going to drop them all in this design group when this live stream is over. I'm going to drop all the links for you so you have access to them. And then also we can carry this conversation on in a private environment to keep talking about design and how you can, make money doing this and all that. So just to go ahead and take a look here in the chat, because I asked if, who here are members. We have Thomas Burke is a happy member for the last 4 months. Thank you so much for being a member, Thomas. And we have Helena says, welcome. We have Jamie Proctor that is a member. We have Sue Ross as a member. We have Ronald as a member. We have Larry giving a thumbs up. We have Doc B as a member. Margaret is a member. Limo is a member. Member very soon. Hopefully we're going to see you inside shortly. We have David as a VIP member. We have Eli as a member. Terry is a member. We have members all in the live chat. So you can see we have, not even just members, but Alphapreneur for life. So, and I do actually at the end of these live streams, I give away a free lifetime, one free lifetime membership to Alphapreneur. So you can see we have a lot of Alphapreneurs actually in these YouTube videos, in these live streams, because the community and the family and the camaraderie is just unbelievable. So if you're not yet a member, make sure that you sign up. You just go to alphapreneur.com to be able to sign up to be a member, and then we can keep having this ongoing chat and dropping the secret sources and links and all that to in the design group. So that would be a lot of fun. So now what we're going to do is transition to live Q&A. So if you have questions about today's topic, ask the question in here. If it's not about today's topic, I'm going to save that for Friday, because Friday is our free coaching Friday, where on the free coaching Friday, and again, if you are not yet subscribed to this channel, make sure you subscribe to the Alphapreneur channel on YouTube, because every Friday I have just a free for all. It's a free coaching Friday, so you can ask any question you want about entrepreneurship, about starting a business, about growing a business, and then I'm here answering them until there's no more questions. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on free coaching Friday. But if you're here right now and you have a question specifically about how to design a logo in Canva, let me know, and then I would be happy to answer it for you. So I'm gonna take a sip of water, and if there's no questions, because I think I pretty much covered just about everything and way more than I was expecting today. So if there are no questions, I'm going to move into the winner announcement today for a free prize, and then yeah, we'll just kind of all move on about our days. Fitor says, seems like everyone is a member but me. All you got to do is go to alphapreneur.com and you can join us inside of Alphapreneur just by going to alphapreneur.com. Mike Miller says he's a member. This is so great. Werner says logos are a part of branding. It should be easily recognized and identifiable. These sources will make it so easy to filter and select. You just added at least 3 days to my life. Werner, then we are in the same boat because I love design. If there was like one thing I could do for the rest of my life, and only if I had to pick only one thing to do for the rest of my life, it would be something related to design, just because I love it so much. And again, like Werner, go into the design group inside of Alphapreneur and let's just geek out on this together. And everybody else that wants to geek out on this, when you find sources, share them inside the Alphapreneur design group. If you, when I find new sources, I will share them inside the Alphapreneur design group. And then also I might make even like micro tutorials and stuff like that that I'll put in the design group as well for you. Larry says, you're unbelievable, Chris. Just tossing out gold for us to pick up. Wonderful. That is why I'm here. I love to do this kind of stuff. Sue says, once you make your logo in Canva, how do you get it into different formats and make it so you can have a transparent background? Great question, Sue. So all you would do is inside of Canva. So let's just jump in. Man, I have way too many tabs. So let's say I've got this and it's just on a white background, right? So all you would do is you hit the download. So we're just, I hit the little drop down arrow, but you would hit download and then you would just click transparent background. So then when you download it, it's gonna, now I believe this might be a pro feature. So you would have to have a pro account to have a transparent background. But if you're especially going to get into logo design and make money creating logos for people, it's gonna be like the best $12.95 you'll ever spend, because you're gonna make like 10 times that on your first logo that you're going to sell. So you would just download as a transparent background, and it's just going to prepare your design. And then it's going to, this is new, it's going to say, oh, you could actually put your logo on business cards, and then it'll, print business cards, but we're not going to worry about that. So I just downloaded my logo. So what I'm going to do here is open it up. So it just downloaded it as, now it looks like it's on a gray background, but this is actually a transparent background. Because I chose the transparency as the background setting when I'm downloading. So again, when you're designing a logo and it's a white background, you click download, but then click the button that says transparent background. So then it'll put everything you see white will be a transparent background. That's a great question. David says today was another eye opener. For me, Chris, that's awesome. That is what these live streams are for. And again, I'm going up on like 3.5 weeks now of doing these live streams every day, and I'm having more and more fun as these live streams keep going. There's so much that I can share, and so many things that you guys can just pick up and then just apply in so many different ways to really grow your business. Jamie says, Chris, you're good at design. Can see why you love it. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Adil says, Taylor brand is great too. Thanks, Chris. Great secret sources. That's awesome. Thomas says, I didn't notice that. I will check that out. And I like design too. A lot to learn. Absolutely. Eli says, could you convert the white background into a transparent one using GIMP? I don't know what GIMP is actually. You just gave me something else to start Googling and geeking out on. So I might look into that. But with this was all to show you how to design a logo in Canva. And I want to give you a tutorial on that. So now that I've got that, now that I did that, I want to show you the transparent background. You can do it out of Canva. Natalie says, thank you kindly for all the information. I'm Batman, which by the way, like, what's your real name? Is it Bruce? Because I see I'm Batman comes in here every once in a while and says, what's up, Chris? In Canva, every time I copy an image into a folder, it defaults to the original design I created. I want to make it a template. That's a good question. So all you have to do is just refresh in Canva. So I'll show you. I'll actually show you exactly what Batman is talking about. So if I wanted to go into my Pinterest pins folder and I copy this 10 ways to build self-confidence. So if I make a copy of that, you're going to see it's the exact same image, right? And if I like come in here and I delete that image and then, yeah, just delete that image and it automatically saves. That's what's really good about Canva. There is no save button. It's just all changes are saved. You'll come back and you're still going to see that same image there. You have to refresh this page and then you're going to see, eventually you will see the new logo. And sometimes, like for me, sometimes it could take a few minutes for that to be gone. So again, this was a copy. So here I'm just going to change. I'll name this template. And then come back. And then eventually this will update where you will not see that image. You will see. So it could just be a lag on Canva. But I know exactly what you're talking about. When you do a copy, you just see that. But once you, make some changes, maybe I just make some changes, you have to like basically let Canva know that some changes have been made to what it is that you're going to do as a template. Then you come back and then still not there. But let's say you design something as a template in Canva. Let's say this was your template. And if you want to make a copy of that, all you got to do is click on the three little dots and hit make copy. And then it's just going to immediately just copy it over and then change the name of that to, client number 1. And then these thumbnails will update eventually. I don't know why they're not updating now, but I did see a little bit of lag on that. Earlier today when I was actually doing Pinterest images, I saw that lag. Paul says, Chris, you saved me money. I had a pro Canva account and was paying. I was paying to remove backgrounds. That's awesome. Yeah, because backgrounds for Paul, just so you all know, there is, and that was a new feature too. I was the same, Paul. I thought I had a free Canva account, but then I looked at my account the other day and I have a pro account, but I paid for a year, I paid a long time ago, but I forgot I paid for it. So I guess I do have a pro Canva account, but the feature that Paul's talking about is genius. You can actually upload an image into Canva and then there's one click you can make and it'll remove the background, which is really fun because if you wanted to do that with some other tool, you got to pay credits to remove backgrounds and it can get really expensive to remove backgrounds from other images. Thomas says, Chris, you're a highway of information. Thanks, you're welcome. Sue says, in your dropdown, when it says size, is that the number of pixels or how? Yeah, it is the number of pixels if you want to adjust the size. And it should also automatically resize proportionately. So if you, for the dropdown, I think what you're referring to is if I wanted to publish this, actually, I'm not sure. The download, oh yeah, the download. So where right now the size says 1000 by 1500 and it says 1 right here, that's 1x. So if we want to make it 1.5x, it's going to double the size. If we want to make it 2x, it's going to, 1.5 will 1.5 the size. 2x will double the size. 3x is, triple the size. So that's kind of what the size means. And you cannot adjust the actual pixels from there. You can only just do like 1x, 1.5x, 2x. If you need to do a custom design, you have to actually go and create a new design from scratch and put in your custom dimensions to get the exact custom dimensions that you want. Jason says, know more about Canva now. Thanks, Chris. You're very welcome. David says, geeking out on being creative in platforms like Canva is loads of fun. 1000%. I'm Batman as A-Rod. A-Rod, thank you so much for being here. Love that name. Awesome. So it looks like, okay, there's one more question. I'm going to answer this last question, and then we're going to go to the winner announcement for a free prize. And then yeah, we'll call it a day, and then I'll be back here same time, same bat channel tomorrow, as A-Rod would say. So Fitor says, can we use your Pinterest images just like the videos here to promote with affiliate links? Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to give you my actual template because I don't want my exact image, but if you want to use the same kind of layout and format, what Fitor's relating to is the being an ambassador for Alphapreneur, because I actually have a whole program where you can get paid to share these YouTube videos, and that's the ambassador program, which I believe there might be a link in the description. of this video. If not, I'll make sure it's in there. And yeah, you can actually model and kind of use the same look, but I'm not going to like download the template and then give you the template and then have everyone use the exact same template that I'm using. Ronald says dad jokes. Yeah, that's I'm unfortunately full of them. So looking forward to tomorrow's live stream on how to make ebooks. Yeah, so tomorrow I'm going to do a live stream on Canva showing you how to use Canva to make ebooks. And I also have a lot of secret sources that I'm going to be including. So even if you don't want to make an ebook or don't think you have any desire to make an ebook, which I think is crazy because everybody should have the skill set to be able to make an ebook, because if you want to offer a PDF to give to somebody for something, you can do all that in Canva and you can make it look gorgeous. So you might as well, if you're going to do anything that's print related, or you want to offer, again, like lead magnets or tripwires or whatever these marketing kids are calling it these days, you want to make it look nice. And instead of trying to design something or do an ebook or do a pamphlet or a PDF in Google Docs or Word or something like that, and then giving it to a designer to make it look pretty, I'm going to show you how to, from start to finish, how to actually do it yourself. So that's going to be tomorrow. Thomas says, this is why you need to join. Exactly. The stuff that I just showed on this live stream is, I mean, just a smidge of the things that I actually teach and share inside of Alphapreneur. So secret sources, love them. Cool. So now we are going to move to the winner's announcement. So the way this works is that if you enjoyed today's talk, then I just ask for two things. One, I ask you just come back to this live stream a little bit later. If you're here live, if you're watching the recording of this, you can do this right now. You just leave a comment below this video and let me know what you thought of today's talk, because today's talks are kind of all over the place. You saw I had a topic about how to design a logo in Canva, but then I kind of went down all kinds of other paths. So I feed off of your comments. Your comments kind of tells me the direction I'm going, if it's going in a good direction, going in a bad direction. So leave a comment below this video later. If you're here live, just come back to this page later on YouTube and you can leave a comment. And then also, if you can just share this video with a friend that you think would enjoy today's talk, that'll really help out, because the way Alphapreneur is, I mean, we are a movement of entrepreneurs that help each other. You saw that in the live chat today, and you'll see that in the live chat on every live stream. So to do that, to get more people into our family and on our pirate ship, you just need to share this with a friend. Or if you don't have any friends you think would like it, just share it on social media, because sharing is caring, and that's how we're going to spread the word. So I have what is called a winner's wall that I've been doing for a little while now, where every day on a live stream, I pick a comment that I've seen that's out there for these videos. And then these are the comments that people leave below the video on YouTube. And then I award somebody. I pick one person every day and I award them a winner which means you get a free lifetime membership to Alphapreneur. And there's a handful of winners that are actually in here today. So today's winner is, and I saw you in here earlier, is Doc B. So Doc B, if you're still here, you were here right when I started because I saw your name pop through in the live chat. Let me know if you're still here. And Doc B says, hello, Chris. I'm truly thankful for the tutorial on how to use Canva. That was the one I did yesterday that you present to the group today. I have Photoshop, which I seldom use because of its complexity. I wanted to learn how to use Canva for a while now, and therefore I'm extremely happy for the tutorial today and look forward for what's to come. I like your teaching style and calmness throughout, making sure that everyone understands. The fact you are open up for questions at the end of the tutorial makes it extra special. Again, thanks, Doc B. So Doc B, you get a free lifetime access account to Alphapreneur. And if you already have an account with Alphapreneur, we will cancel your billing, so you will always have free lifetime access forever. So just to take a look, I want to see if Doc B is here in the chat so I can award Doc B the winner. So we have David says congrats, Doc. We have Jamie says congrats, Doc. We have Adil, congrats. We have Sue, congrats. Margaret, congrats. Michelle, congrats. Jason, congrats. We have Jeff, come on, Doc, I'm looking for you. Larry, congrats, great comments. That was a really great comment. Fitor, congrats. Werner, how do their winning guys manage to write more than 200 words? I am Cap. You just you just write words as a comment on YouTube. That's why I'm just pulling the comments from the YouTube comments. David Stafford says congrats. Doc says I'm still here. So Doc, you won a free lifetime membership to Alphapreneur. So I need to know your name though. So if you can let me know what your name is, in the chat. And then also send an email to support@alphapreneur.com and let us know your name. And then we need a screenshot of you being logged into Facebook or somewhere where we can see your name so we know you are who you are, because we have a lot of people that try to game the system and say, I'm Doc B. And that's not healthy, and that's not good. So Doc, let me know what your name is. And Doc says, thanks, and you are absolutely welcome. So I'm just waiting for your name so I can do a big congratulations and make sure you get your membership. Doc says, hey, we did not miss you, Doc. I just need to know your name. So I'm trying to think if there's anything else I could share with you before we kind of close things out. And I really don't think there is. I shared way more than I thought I was going to share today, and that's how these live streams go. I've got a lot going on, and I've done a lot of things and have stumbled across a lot of resources, and I just feel so excited to be able to share all of these with you. So Doc B is Vancy Bridges. So Vancy, beautiful name. Make sure that you send an email to support@alphapreneur.com and let us know you're Vancy Bridges, because I'm going to let our support now that you are going to be emailing in, and we just need some proof that you are Vancy Bridges. So however you can give us proof that you are Vancy Bridges, then I will make sure that we take care of you. So again, that concludes today's live stream. So I want to thank you all for being here. And again, hopefully you're going to be here tomorrow, same time. I am doing these at 10 a.m. Central, which is 11 a.m. Eastern. And what is that? 9 a.m. Mountain, 8 a.m. Pacific. I think that's covering at least across the U.S. The different time zones. So I'm going to be doing these for the rest of the week, and we will have, again, even if you don't think you need an ebook or anything, show up tomorrow, because we'll have a lot of fun, and you never know what you're going to learn here. So thank you for being here, and I will see you again tomorrow.